And hello there again, RosterWatch Nation. It's your friendly neighborhood trash man down in not so sunny Austin, Texas, where it's gone from about 88 degrees to below freezing in 24 hours. Pretty befuddling. Not as befuddling is the guy I'm going to talk about today in RosterWatch's rookie spotlight, and that is Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky, wide receiver, 5'11", 185 pounds. He's extremely elusive in traffic and in the open field. I consider Robinson actually to be more an athlete than a wide receiver. You just have to watch some of his tape to see what I mean. Robinson lines up like a receiver. He runs routes like a receiver, a really sound one at that, as his route tree is really comprehensive, and he has a blazing first step. But as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, he becomes a running back, and it's often out of the backfield. Like I said, he's 5'11", 185 pounds. He's compact. He's stout, solidly built guy. On first look, I had to go back and make sure that he was actually a receiver, as so much of his tape was him catching passes, at the line or out of the backfield and, just running upfield. Robinson looks like a running back in space as well, as he hurdles forward through contact or decides last minute to pivot and spin out of the way or juke to either side of the defender. Really great after the catch skills. The key is in Robinson's hips here. They stay low and on a swivel, so changes of direction are smooth and immediate. Even Robinson isn't only skillful at lateral movement, though. He's got leaps to spare. He can get up, and they're often displayed on his contested catches as he high points the ball over his defenders with regularity. This is a plus because he doesn't have the widest catch radius, and he needs to jump to bring a lot of balls in. He's got to reach for it. Robinson doesn't possess elite speed either, but he gets to top speed quickly, which is more important, a lot of the time. And his agility does the rest. He can take a hit too, which is good and bad, as you want a tough player who can play through pain and is willing to block, but you don't want your number one receiver to take a lot of punishment on a consistent basis. It doesn't bode well for longevity. All in all, Robinson has everything you want out of a primary pass catcher, including a will to finish plays and dominate defenses. The biggest question at the next level will be if his lack of imposing size and lack of imposing speed will relegate him to being, more of a gadget utility player. As far as fantasy goes, Robinson profiles to be a second-day pick in the draft who can fill gaps on any given offense. I would be more sheepish on drafting Robinson in Dynasty if he hadn't been productive against good secondaries. And it only helps that his best year was his final one. A lot of wide receivers peak in college in the sophomore and junior seasons. Robinson can do anything you ask of him on the field, and he'll do it with style. If he can dominate in the NFL like he did in his senior year at Kentucky, Robinson can be a number one receiver in the NFL. Teams will want to play him out of the slot, mainly due to his size, but I think he can play outside just as well. With the success of wide receivers who can run the ball, a la Deebo Samuel, Robinson can carve out a productive role in fantasy and otherwise on an open-minded team. If I squint, he looks a little bit like Kareem Hunt with the ball in his hands, kind of the way he would careen off of tacklers or squirt around them in all of his college tape. Robinson makes for an excellent dynasty bet, as he's as versatile as they come and should find the field quickly. So, yeah, I really like Wan'Dale Robinson, and I think if he lands on the right team, the right system, he could be a really special fantasy player. Anyway, that's all I have for you in today's Rookie Spotlight. Again, this has been the Trash Man on behalf of RosterWatch.com. Until next time, be ready.